I still remember the smell of burnt coffee and wet asphalt the morning I realized I was officially homeless. The kind of morning that doesn't announce its cruelty, it just lets it sink in slowly, like the chill that seeps through a thin hoodie. I sat in the backseat of my car in a Walmart parking lot, watching the sunrise crawl over the hood, trying to convince myself that I still had a future. Then her message came through. "Don't panic, honey. The market crashed. The crypto's gone. We'll recover." I stared at my phone. $850,000. My father's entire estate. The money he left me. Gone. Overnight. And she, my stepmother, the woman who once brushed my hair before school, who swore she'd protect his legacy, was suddenly calm, almost rehearsed. That's when I knew. She didn't lose it. She moved it. My father died 9 months earlier. Heart failure, but it felt more like heartbreak. He'd built everything from scratch, his small business, his investments, his family. And when he remarried, I tried to believe he'd found peace. She was sharp, charming, and younger by 15 years. Too polished for our modest world, too quick to smile at cameras. He loved her anyway. When the will was read, she played the grieving widow perfectly. Eyes glassy, voice trembling. And when the lawyer said the funds will remain in a joint trust until the beneficiary turns 30, she squeezed my hand. "Don't worry," she whispered. "Your dad wanted me to guide you." I was 25. I thought guidance meant love. I didn't realize it meant control. The first 2 months after his funeral were quiet. Then things started disappearing. His watch, the vintage car, the crypto wallets he'd set up years ago. Every time I asked, she had a story. Maintenance, security, investment timing. By the 4th month, she said the wallet was temporarily locked. By the 6th, the market tanked. And by the 8th, she said, "There's nothing left." I remember laughing, not because it was funny, because I couldn't believe how easily she said it, like it was weather. I spent 2 nights in a motel, then a week in my car. My uncle, the only blood family left, stopped returning calls. I figured she got to him too. The man was an accountant, her financial advisor, and my father's lifelong friend. He knew things, and he stayed quiet. That silence was the final betrayal. Pain makes people reckless, but betrayal, it makes you deliberate. I started working nights at a diner off Route 7. Nothing glamorous, just grease, tips, and time to think. And I did think, constantly. While others slept, I studied. Crypto transfers, offshore accounts, blockchain trails. I used free Wi-Fi and public libraries. Learned what lawyers charged thousands to explain. Then I started looking. Every transaction leaves a scent, and greed always forgets to cover its tracks. I found a dormant wallet connected to a shell company, one registered to an address that used to be my father's warehouse. The company's listed officer? My uncle. The signature on the transfer authorization? My stepmother's maiden name. They'd stolen it together. I didn't confront them, not yet. I kept wiping tables and pouring coffee, nodding to truckers and pretending to be invisible, because invisible people are underestimated, and underestimated people are dangerous. I opened a new wallet under a false name, transferred small traces of their funds through micro-exchanges, watched their accounts fluctuate. Then, using my uncle's own accounting software, thanks to an old backup of my father's business laptop, I created digital evidence of fraudulent activity, enough to trigger an audit. But I needed one more thing, a witness, someone whose name carried weight. So I waited. 4 months later, he walked in, my uncle. He looked tired, expensive, and guilty. He sat in the corner booth, same one every time we went fishing when I was a kid. Didn't recognize me at first, just another waiter in a stained apron. Then I turned and his face froze. "Eli?" he said. I smiled. "Coffee?" He didn't answer, just stared. Maybe he saw the calm in my eyes, the kind of calm that only comes after you've already won. "Funny seeing you here," I said. "How's the portfolio?" He blanked. "What?" "Your crypto positions," I said. Or should I say, our positions. He went pale. I slid a napkin across the table. Printed on it was the company name, the account numbers, and a time-stamped screenshot. He looked at it like it might explode. Then I added, softly, "I sent this to the IRS yesterday. You might want to call your lawyer." He did. Right there, hands shaking, voice breaking. I watched him from behind the counter, refilling another customer's cup. It took 3 weeks for everything to unravel. The audit hit hard. His firm froze assets, her accounts were seized, and every transaction pointed to deliberate embezzlement. The trust was reinstated, and when the lawyer called, he said the line I'd been waiting to hear. "You've been cleared, Eli. The estate is yours again." I didn't celebrate. I went back to the diner that night, wiped down tables, poured coffee for strangers. Because revenge isn't about fireworks. It's about equilibrium, restoring what was stolen. She tried to call once, left a voicemail, said she was sorry, said she was confused. I didn't reply. I transferred her final message into the same folder where I kept the blockchain screenshots and the audit reports. A reminder that even love, when corrupted by greed, can be evidence. People think revenge is loud. It isn't. It's quiet. It's a calm breath when the storm ends. Now, when the sun rises over the same parking lot where I once slept, I don't feel broken. I feel balanced. Because she taught me how to lose everything, and I taught her what it feels like to watch it all disappear.